Hello and welcome. In today's video, we are doing something a little bit different, as you can see. Well, first of all, we're joined here today by a third member of our NAV SEAL crew. You haven't met him yet, but he's actually doing a lot of the work behind the scenes. So all the videos that you've probably seen are actually edited and put together by Peter, that's joining us here today for the first time on screen. So big welcome to you. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
it's kind of like, it was about time, I would say. It was about time.
I think until now I've been limited to kind of the very small cartoony version of myself. So yeah, it's nice to have my premiere here on this very happy Friday.
Exactly, and just like you mentioned, this is what we like to call it Happy Friday. We like to do things a little bit different here on Friday, just to keep it a little bit more casual. We're still going to be talking about Business Central, but we thought we would give it a little bit of a different twist. Can you tell us a little bit what our Happy Friday is, Kim? Explain to our viewers.
Sure, I'd love to. But first of all, I would like to say I'm really pleased to meet Peter here today. I also call him Merlin the Magician. So that's his other name. But that's it.
I did not know this.
But no, yeah, today we want to share the Friday with you. You know, it's probably been a tough week for you as well. We enjoyed it because we're working with Business Central, so it's always something we enjoy. And we enjoy working together with you. But we have kind of a tradition here with us that every Friday we kind of meet, kind of casual, remotely sometimes. Sometimes we meet together, just like today. And we kind of share a beer, and we talk not necessarily about work. It usually often happens to be about work. I don't know why, but that happens. So that's so we wanted to share that with you. But we kind of wanted to share a little bit about news about Business Central as well. Today, we want to share something about new features in here. Maybe another day we're going to share a topic that's already out there, some functionalities that's out there that we're thrilled about, that we want to share with you. But you know, today we're going to talk about Copilot, artificial intelligence. What is better on a Friday in the late evening? Talk about that. And I know there's some great functionality in there in version 24. I know every time I say that, I get Alessandro really excited, and you just can't stop him.
I got to talk about it. I got to talk about it because it's really, really exciting. I mean, it's a topic that you hear a lot nowadays in artificial intelligence all around. But when it comes to Business Central, while the topic has been around for a bit, you might have heard the word Copilot. The features that have been released so far haven't been like super exciting. But I feel like with this release, we really are starting to get some of the very in-depth like functionalities that are going to make your life easier. And when I say that, I mean, there's two features in particular that we would like to, I think, discuss today to highlight in today's Happy Friday. The first one is, I think, probably the most exciting of all, is the Suggest Sales line. You might have noticed if you've already upgraded to the version 24, that now if you're on a sales order or sales quote, and you look in the sales line section of the sales order, you might have noticed that new action button called Suggest Sales line. If you click on that action, you will notice that you get presented with a prompt. You can there type a question, and Copilot will interpret that question and help you fill the sales lines that are missing. So, for example, you could ask, well, can you find the latest sales line that this customer has purchased and put them in this sales order as well? Copilot will go find them and add them to the sales order automatically. This means that the interaction is made way more simple. You don't have to go through a lot of steps, but you can just simply ask questions in a natural language. The second feature that is extremely exciting is, Kim, do you want to tell us about that? I think that's the fun one.
You can't stop me. Some time ago, there was a new feature in Business Central called Analysis Views, where you can kind of present data in a more usual way, you could say. Just take the example of a customer. You want to have a customer list, and you want to sort them by outstanding amount, by category, by group, whatever. So there's a view in there. It kind of works like Excel pivot tables. But kind of to get into it, you have to set it up. You have to decide the column headers, row headers, and so on and so on. But now Copilot is actually in here that can help us setting up that view. And I know you have tried this, Alessandro, and I've seen that in real life. I was amazed, I must say.
It's pretty fun, honestly, because I think the analysis mode to begin with is an exciting tool. It can be used for a lot of cool things. but it has a little bit of a steep learning curve if you have not worked with pivot tables and you're not very familiar with them. But now Copilot is kind of bridging this functionality gap and allowing all the users to just ask questions using, again, natural language, just like you would ask like a friend or a coworker. So you can just press that button and ask Copilot, for example, if let's say you're on customer ledger entries page and you like to see the entries grouped by customer or by year or by certain, like filter them in a certain way. Well, you can just click that button, type this question, and Copilot will present you with an analysis view that matches those criteria, and therefore presenting it to pivot table that then you can then sort, organize, and view, and also save for future use. And I think this is an extremely fun and exciting feature.
So maybe now you understand why it's Happy Friday. Actually, we could leave out the Friday. It's just happy.
It's just happy day.
It could be happy any day. Happy Business Central. But now it's Happy Friday. Let's stick to that. So that was the business part of that. Today, we kind of want to share some other information with you. Kind of a little bit, something that we like. Beer.
It is Friday after all, right? Like, so we got and as you might have noticed here, we have some glasses. So you might have been wondering, what is that all about?
Come on, I'm going to show you. And you know, we're going to stay a little bit on topic. Because we found this one. What was it called? It was called Meeting Over. So you see, this is really related to your job. Meeting is over. This is Happy Friday. That's one of them. And I just couldn't help it. There's another beer called Three Wise Guys. I wonder who those guys are. I don't know. Maybe you have to figure it out.
At least two.
So, we want to share that together with you on this Happy Friday. We're not experts on anything like that, but we enjoy beer, and maybe you enjoy it as well. So why don't we enjoy it together and kind of celebrate that?
Okay. Well, Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Cheers.
Cheers. So today we decided to start with the meetings over from 26 Brewing. We thought this one here was a little bit lighter one to start compared to the second one. But, you know, Kim mentioned earlier that we're not beer experts, but that's not completely true. Actually, Peter is a little bit of a beer expert. Is that right?
Well, kind of. I mean, I guess I don't want to get too deep into all the beer stuff now, but I am actually a brewer by trade and education. But in NAV SEAL here, I'm more a video type person. All the beer stuff, there's other channels, but yeah, like Alessandro said, this is it's a very naturally to start with the lighter beer, so to not have it too overwhelming when we go from that one to this one. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm usually in charge of Frankensteining all the videos together. Having a lot of fun trying to make something that some may consider a little bit boring or a little bit too, well, this is just a computer and this is just a screenshot with some arrows and stuff. So trying to make it very light, and as you've probably noticed, we've had little cartoon versions of ourselves walking around doing stuff in the background. So as a small fun fact, there's always all three of us are in every video. So if you want to have a look out for those in the future when you watch any of our videos, you can always see us, our little versions, doing all sorts of stuff fun stuff in the background. So
I actually like that because that's the first time in my life I've been in a truck. You know, those a forklift. Forklift there was in the warehouse. I'm actually in there. Look for me.
And you're in a plane as well, actually.
Oh, I'm a pilot as well. Come on.
That's actually quite creative of you, Peter. I thought it was a great way to add some fun elements to the video. And I'll be honest myself. Like, I mean, I record some of the videos, so obviously I've just seen them or sometimes like repeated them a few times, but still when I watch the videos, they're always surprising because I'm always looking for what's going to happen this time. It's going to be something different. So yeah, I think it's quite a nice idea you had there with those videos.
It's a challenge. Yeah,
it's one of those things we came up with, but just like we're doing right now, is these these Friday beers are kind of our version of the water cooler talk, the classic. Let's have an informal conversations with the people in the office. So this is kind of our version of this. So this is water cooler number 1 for this Friday, and I'm guessing we're gonna move on to number 2, maybe.
Yeah, but shouldn't we say cheers and happy Friday before we move on to the second one? Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Happy Friday again.
Happy Friday. Cheers.
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 Wow, that's coffee with a dash.
Yeah, that's quite different compared to the previous one. I think it was a good suggestion there, starting with the other one and moving into this one.
This is a coffee porter from, I forget, the Three Wise Guys, and it's from Persimmon Hollow, from our friends at Persimmon Hollow. Yeah, it's a very, very, very thick and ready for a piece of cake. And
Oh, cake! Come on.
I might have some cake on.
It's rich. It's very rich.
It's nice and rich. And
It is rich, yeah.
That's quite nice. So now, important question here, because like on Happy Friday, this is where it all comes down to. Now we had 2 delicious beers. Which one do you prefer here? The 2. If you had to pick.
I'm actually not I'm not too much of a coffee person.
Okay.
So naturally, I go for something a little bit lighter. I know I used to work as a chef and all sort of stuff, and it's really weird to not be a coffee drinker, but I guess I never grew up as a coffee drinker. What?
I was gonna say, Kim, like I think I have an idea which one is your favorite, but I want to ask still. Like I definitely know which one is mine.
I will admit. So this one is actually my favorite. If you can just take. But what I like about this one is the wisdom in it. So I only drink it for the wisdom of the Three Wise Guys.
Yes.
So I extract it from here, and then I'm ready for next week.
Well, that's right. Like it's also a good way to finish. I think like with you normally start the week with a coffee like on Monday, so it gets you going. At least for me and you, I think a lot of times what we talk about. Like so, we finish off with the coffee, but a different type of coffee.
Just ready for the weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
We're so ready. What about you?
Cheers, everybody.
Have a nice weekend.
Have a nice weekend.
I feel so wise now.
I do. Yeah, that's very nice.
Thanks for watching this video from NAV SEAL. Check out more right here. NAV SEAL offer assistance and counsel on any existing solution. So if you're in need of assistance, don't hesitate to contact us on navseal.com or LinkedIn. Consider leaving a like and subscribe for more tips, news, and guides to anything Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central.